If you're watching this video outside of West Africa or Haiti, you probably have a totally incorrect idea about what Vodou is. In fact, you're probably wondering what happened to the spelling you're most acquainted with. You know the one, the Voodoo spelling you probably are more familiar with. If that's true, then hold on to your seats because I've got some news for you. Everything you know or believe about Vodou, its origins, down to how it's spelled, is wrong. In this video, I'm going to explain the evolution of the word, the history and evolution of voodoo, but I'm going to take things a step further. I'll travel all the way to voodoo's origins in West Africa and come up close and personal with this fascinatingly unique and misunderstood belief. And look, this video is not going to get a lot of views. There are loads of other travel vloggers out there who make videos about this stuff that sensationalize what it is or leave out very critical, contextual information for viewers to really understand the subject matter. That's why it's more important than ever to like this video, click the subscribe button, and leave a comment telling me where you're watching from. I truly want to know. And if you've ever had an interesting experience with Vodou, tell me in the comments. We all want to hear. Now here we go. The evolution of the term Vodou and its variations traces a journey shaped by history, language, and cultural misunderstanding. In West Africa during the 16th century, the Fon people referred to their spirits as vodun, a concept deeply rooted in their spirituality. During the transatlantic slave trade, enslaved Africans from different ethnogroups, the Fon, the Yoruba, the Yu, were forcibly brought together, blending their spiritual traditions. On French colonial plantations in Haiti, these practices adapted further, incorporating elements of Catholicism to mask their true nature. French colonizers misinterpreted the rituals, documenting them as Vodou, a term that evolved into Vodou in Haitian Creole, emphasizing its role as a symbol of identity and resistance, especially during the Haitian Revolution. Before the revolution, a Vodou ceremony was held called Ceremony at Bois Cayman in 1791, unifying enslaved Africans under a shared cause and inspired them to revolt against the French oppressors. Symbols, chants, and language in Vodou was adopted by revolutionary leaders here, the ingredients that helped lead a successful Haitian Revolution between 1791 and 1804, the only successful slave revolt in history. This proved that their spiritual and cultural practices were far from powerless and played a key role in their political victory. Meanwhile, in the United States during the 20th century, the anglicized voodoo emerged through sensationalized depictions in Hollywood, reducing a complex spiritual tradition to stereotypes of dolls and curses. In West Africa, the term vodun remained tied to its original roots, and today, scholars and practitioners work to reclaim the dignity of Vodou, highlighting its origins in West African spirituality as its evolution through resilience and adaptation. Each spelling, Vodou, Voodoo, Vodun, tells a story of colonialism, cultural exchange, and the enduring strength of this profound tradition. Despite colonial suppression and demonization by European missionaries, Vodun remains integral to West African culture. Today, it is recognized as a legitimate religion in Benin and celebrated during national festivals. Vodun's influence persists globally. For me, Vodou is very much a part of the culture where I come from in New Orleans. Vodou came to New Orleans by Haitian immigrants following the Haitian Revolution when figures like Marie Laveau, the famed Vodou queen, popularized and led Vodou ceremonies here. In New Orleans today, this Americanized voodoo takes the form of quirky business brands, but also hosts some literal voodoo practitioners, occultists, historians, and culturalists throughout the city.
True things said about New Orleans, but the true stories about Marie Laveau, there are so many. This portrait it shows a picture of Marie Laveau. She was a Creole, a devoted Catholic, and she was also a free woman of color. Some people call her saint, others call her a legend, but I call her the most powerful voodoo priestess known here in the city.
But of course, I wanted to learn more, so I actually packed my bags, crossed my fingers, and took a direct flight to Togo, a very small country in West Africa that is not visited by many people, even other Africans, but it is a large hub for West African voodoo and vodun practices.
He is made by the backbone of snake. In medicine, it's used against the rheumatism. After blessing, the voodoo priest will give it to you, and then you wear it for a moment.
My first stop, Akodessawa, Togo, all the way in West Africa.
Head of crocodile, have the raven, parrots, owl, baboon, hedgehog, and different things. And then I tell you, if we want to make the medicine, I want to give you one example. See this man. He just put something inside, like an ingredient, to make all this one in powder. Something to ground to make all this one in powder before we get the powder to use in the medicine.
The Akodessawa Vodou Market, located in Lomé, Togo, is an eerie and unique market cited as the largest fetish market in the world. Unlike other Vodou markets throughout West Africa, this place is totally walled off from the larger community. And be you a tourist, practitioner, or someone coming to purchase organic medicine in the form of dead and dried animals, it serves as a hub for traditional West African Vodou. This is not your ordinary market. Inside, carpets, stalls, and jars hold the carcasses of dead animals believed to be needed for Vodun practices. Locals are often sent here by Vodou priests as a sort of voodoo pharmacy where these organic ingredients are needed for a variety of ceremonies, spells, or potions. It offers a rare glimpse into the spiritual and cultural traditions of West Africa, where the connection between the physical and spiritual realms is deeply rooted.
And that is the first one. The name is Sudeme, fetish of tribe. An example, if you want to take a plane to go to travel and you have this fetish, you will hold it in the left hand. After, when you see on the fetish, we have small hold. So you have to tell good wishes against travel. An example, see, my fetish, I want to go to the travel, protect me on my way, no accident, no bad things to me. And then after you close your wish to the fetish, like this, after you put in your pocket. So it will help you to have safe travel, to not get accident on your way. After you go back to your destination, you can open. When you open, you keep for next traveling again.
At the Akodessawa Vodou Market, animal ingredients play a vital role in traditional Vodou rituals and spiritual practices, each carrying unique symbolism and purpose. Skulls and bones, often from monkeys or goats, are believed to enhance spiritual energy to facilitate communication with ancestors or spirits. Dried birds symbolize freedom and foresight and are used in spells for travel or guidance. Animal hides and skins are crafted into talismans for protection or strength, while snake parts, such as skins and heads, are associated with transformation, wisdom, and protection, making them integral to fertility or rebirth rituals. Chameleons, representing adaptability and invisibility, are used in ceremonies to help individuals blend in or avoid detection. Dried cats and dogs are thought to guard against theft or bring loyalty, with their presence in shrines believed to secure homes or foster faithfulness in relationships. Even animal blood, often dried, is considered a life force that is energizing the fetishes or strengthening rituals, typically sprinkled or smeared to imbue objects with power.
And this one is the fetish of love. Tell me yes. An example, when you are single, it is possible you can use to get love, but how? Before you have to go on your website in the morning, you put in the left hand. Now you put 3 drops of perfume. You have to rub it, you put the perfume on your body before you go on your work, on your website, on your office. So it will help you to find love, to find a good person. It's clear? But when you are in the couple already, with this one, you have to put in the left hand, you put 3 drops of perfume. Call the name of your wife or of your husband 3 times and your name 3 times. Then you rub it. You put the perfume on your body, you go to see your husband or your wife. If she smells the perfume who is put on that, she fell in love with you automatically. And your love is attracted forever and ever. You didn't separate again. When you finish, you will throw it in the sea or in the river. In the river is finished.
These ingredients are not mere commodities, but sacred elements, deeply rooted in the spiritual philosophy that emphasizes the interconnectedness of all life, serving as tools to address specific needs and connect the physical and spiritual worlds. The market is a treasure trove of sacred objects and ingredients used in rituals and healing practices. From animal skulls, dried herbs, and carved wooden statues to talismans and fetishes believed to harbor spiritual power, each item holds significance in Vodou ceremonies. Local Vodou priests or fetish priests are often available here to offer blessings, guidance, and insights into the spiritual uses of the items sold. For many, the Akodessawa Vodou Market is more than just a shopping destination. It's a living museum of ancient traditions that continue to thrive in modern times. While its sights and smells might be overwhelming, the market offers a rare opportunity to understand a spiritual practice often misunderstood or misrepresented.
I use the metal in the work site. An example, artisan, mechanic, taxi driver, surgical doctor. And then once a year we will give him sacrifice. And that day, we kill different kinds of animal, like a goat, the sheep, and the cow. We just cut the head and put the skull on that. And we collect the blood of the animal in a big calabash. Now we prepare the beans after we mix it together, after we throwing on that to make the drum for celebration. When you are Asian, European, African, it's possible, you can call to celebrate, because Voodoo no have distinction, no color. They like every religion, yes. The God of death.
Visitors are encouraged to approach with respect, curiosity, and an open mind. I spent hours in this market, and the unbearable heat and stench of death was no match for my curiosity. My personal ethics aside, this place is a fascinating testament to the human ability to commodify living organisms in the name of a religious or spiritual practice. But not all Vodou spirituality is the same. While cut from the same cloth, West Africa is not a singular monolith. Each country has a specific personality, a specific culture, then that means Vodou is handled differently as well. Where Togo incorporates more localized traditions that emphasize practical uses of fetishes and talismans, Togo's Vodou often serves as a direct tool for healing, protection, and problem solving, reflecting a more utilitarian approach. For my next stop, I traveled to the neighboring country of Benin, considered Vodou's birthplace, and focuses on ancestral veneration and deity worship, with elaborate festivals like the annual Vodou Day in Ouidah, celebrating the country's national significance. Its rituals often include drumming, dancing, and trance states to commune with spirits.
The overall secrecy is crucial to maintain the mystery that we will now attempt to unravel, as not only can we not see, but also cannot comprehend certain effects that we observe. Our minds may accept absurdity before acknowledging that we cannot explain the phenomenon. This is what leads many people to think that there is no one inside Kumpo.
The Temple of Pythons in Ouidah, Benin is a significant site in the Vodou tradition and illustrates the connection between Vodou and the natural world. Pythons hold a sacred status in Vodou, symbolizing fertility, wisdom, and the divine presence of the deity Dan, or Dangbe, a serpent spirit central to Vodou cosmology. The temple serves as a sanctuary for these revered snakes, where they are cared for and worshipped. Rituals performed here often involve offerings, prayers, and blessings, seeking guidance, protection, or prosperity. Visitors are encouraged to engage with the snakes, reflecting their non-threatening, sacred nature within the belief system. The Temple of Pythons also highlights the blending of Vodou with local culture and the coexistence of spiritual and everyday life. While it stands as a religious site, it also acts as a symbol of Vodou's resilience and its deep ties to Benin's identity, distinguishing it from the Vodou practices in Togo. The temple's rituals emphasize a communal and spiritual connection to the serpent deity, showcasing a more ceremonial and deity-centered aspect of Vodou compared to the utilitarian focus seen in markets like Akodessawa.
So this is Oku, the iron god in this particular voodoo tradition. This is a fetish. You can see that there are bits and pieces of iron in the fetish. I'm told that unlike other fetishes, this one cannot have alcohol poured on it. So no gin, none of the traditional alcohols that they normally pour over fetishes. If you do that, you will eventually succumb to a horrible death. This is where they keep it here in the Python Temple, and anyone can come, put pieces of iron there, pour the sap oil over it, pay homage to the iron god of Beninese voodoo.
Is Vodou real? Scientific studies do not typically assess whether Vodou, or any spiritual belief for that matter, is real in a supernatural sense. Instead, they analyze Vodou's cultural, psychological, and sociological impacts. Here are a few insights from those studies. Placebo and psychological effects. Some researchers have noted that Vodou rituals, like many spiritual practices, can create placebo effects that promote healing or psychological relief. The belief in the power of Vodou may trigger psychosomatic responses that contribute to improved mental or physical well-being. Community and social cohesion. Some studies highlight Vodou's role in fostering community solidarity. Rituals provide emotional support, a sense of belonging, and frameworks for resolving conflicts, which can contribute to overall mental and social health. Like all belief systems, confirmation bias exists in Vodou and occurs when individuals interpret events in a way that supports their belief in the efficacy of rituals, even when alternative explanations exist. Here's how this might play out in the context of visiting a Vodou priest to remove a curse. When somebody believes they are cursed, they may experience anxiety, misfortune, or even physical symptoms due to stress. After consulting a Vodou priest who performs a ritual to lift the curse, their belief in the ritual's power creates a strong expectation of positive change. If their anxiety decreases or they notice an improvement in their life, they may attribute it directly to the Vodou spirits or the priest's intervention. In a communal context, the effect amplifies.
Side of the house, the entire village is here. You can see they're crowded all through here. They've come inside to sit.
They are curious. They want to see. They want to see bazaar. White people.
If the community knows about the ritual, they may also treat the individual differently, offering support, showing kindness, or withholding criticism because they believe the curse is lifted. These social changes could lead to tangible improvements in the person's life, reinforcing their belief in the ritual. This is a classic example of confirmation bias. Positive outcomes are selectively observed and then attributed to the ritual, while alternative explanations such as psychological relief, placebo effects, or social dynamics are overlooked. This creates a self-reinforcing cycle of belief. Cultural anthropology. Anthropologists have documented Vodou's ability to influence individual and communal behavior through its cosmology. For practitioners, Vodou spirits are experienced as real entities affecting their lives, which has profound implications for their actions and worldview. Vodou is also a coping mechanism for individuals facing hardship. Rituals and prayer help individuals externalize their struggles and feel empowered by the spiritual intervention of ancestors and deities. Physical touch and relief. Physical touch from a witch doctor or Vodou practitioner can have profound psychological and emotional effects. Touch is inherently comforting, triggering the release of oxytocin, a hormone associated with trust and reduced stress. During rituals, this contact can create a sense of connection, reassurance, and safety for the individual seeking help. For believers, touch may symbolize a direct channel to the spiritual realm, amplifying their faith in the ritual's effectiveness. This tactile interaction also fosters a personal bond between the practitioner and the individual, reinforcing the perception of care and increasing the placebo effect. This can also aid in emotional and even physical healing.
These are things that came out of her body.
Yeah, from the body. Yeah.
What is it? What is this?
You know where you...
Bone or
meat.
meat.
Yeah.
This is meat from her body that impurities that he pulled out.
Yeah.
While these studies affirm Vodou's tangible effects on human experience, they don't confirm the existence of supernatural phenomena. Instead, they demonstrate how belief systems shape reality for practitioners. So, is Vodou real? It really depends. Are there supernatural forces at work in any religion or spiritual system? Without empirical evidence, we simply cannot know, and there's no reason to believe any of it. But do these practices, no matter the faith, have material effects on the human body? Absolutely. And it seems to be purely the invention of other human beings, not any invisible force at work.
It smells really good.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and like what I'm trying to do, please consider liking, subscribing, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, let me know where you're watching from. My name is Jody Ray. Thanks so much.
That's your thing, though.